to go? Please show me where the party at. Cause I need a vacation, it's about time. When I got money on your mind. Sometimes you gotta get away. Yeah, just go. Let's go. Take it to another place. Come on.
What's happening, fellas? Doing all right?
We back.
What's up?
What's going on? Number 3.
We here.
Episode 3.
We got another special guest in the building.
Yes, sir. Mr. Gene.
Yeah.
Welcome to the couch, bro.
What's happening, fellas?
Y'all right?
I mean, it's your couch, but we welcome you to it.
Appreciate y'all being here, man.
Yes, sir, man. We appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate the love for sure, the space.
Absolutely.
No
Definitely.
doubt.
But listen, before we go any further, y'all know how we do.
We
get these shot glasses.
Already.
But for Gene, you know, he playing it safe. He drinking that H2O. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
We get that too.
Yeah.
To number 3, fellas.
Boom,
Number 3.
Let's get it.
Oh, yeah.
So, Gene.
Yes, sir.
We in Greensboro, North Carolina. We in G's by Prestige Barbershop.
Yes, sir.
4000 Spring Garden Street.
4000 Spring Garden Street.
4,000.
So, Gene, tell us a little bit about yourself, man. Where you from?
Oh, man, I'm here from Greensboro.
Okay.
Grew up in the Phillips Avenue area.
Okay.
Went to ACOC and Page. Always done my thing here in Greensboro.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Tough side of town.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's a little rough.
Grow up with both parents or
Nah, man, just my mom.
just the mom?
Yeah, my mom, my aunt, and my grandmother raised me.
All women.
All women.
So you know women pretty good then.
Man, listen.
One thing black women gonna do anyway, they gonna make you strong.
Yeah,
No doubt about it.
They make you strong. I think we all can attest to that. So look,
Well, except for me, but
Oh, my fault. Yeah, no disrespect.
R.I.P. to my mom, Jenny
Definitely.
Smith.
Beautiful
man.
lady.
No doubt.
So Gene, tell us about so we in the barbershop. You actually own, co-own, or just cut hair here? Or?
No, I actually own the location here.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So how long you been cutting hair?
Man, I'm 44 now. I started cutting.
Well, put
in
his
the
age out there, too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
More
man.
confidence,
I'm
good.
proud to see these 44
That's right.
years.
That's a
man, I'm
blessing.
telling you.
No doubt.
Definitely
That's a
a
blessing.
But I started cutting at 10 years old.
Wow.
But been cutting professionally since 94.
Oh, that's dope right there.
Yeah,
Since 10
that's
years
all
old.
right.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah.
Now, what kind
That's a
of
long
cuts
time.
was it at 10 years old?
It's a little rough, man. They started getting smooth around 12. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So you started off in the garage like everybody else.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
I
look,
figured that.
we asked Barbecue the same question. I've asked Barbecue the same question. So do you have any other talents where you good at like painting, drawing, or were you just good with your hand, with just cutting? You just felt that was your lane where you was.
Nah, I was also athletic.
Okay.
But now I'm definitely not an artist.
Athletic as in what sports we talking about?
Well, man, growing up, I played everything:
Yeah.
football, basketball, baseball.
Which usually goes on in the black neighborhood anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Well, that's your key to keep you out of trouble too.
Yeah, no doubt.
Absolutely.
Keep you off the
Most
street corner.
definitely.
And teach you how to work with other people.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I agree with that. Teamwork.
That's
Yeah,
super
most
important.
definitely.
Now you also got a school too, right? A barber school.
Yes, sir.
So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah.
Prestige Barber College is at 2006 Phillips Avenue.
Okay.
I wanted to make sure that I put it in
The same
my
neighborhood.
the
Oh, I
same
like that.
neighborhood
I
grew up
like
at.
that.
That's what's up, man.
Want to provide some hope, and I also believe that if
Opportunity.
Yeah. We got to put black businesses in the black community
There you
to
go.
increase
There you
the
go.
value in
You
the
talking
black
my
community.
language.
No doubt. No doubt about that.
So I definitely wanted to put it.
So
over
you just
there.
have it's just one
one barber school.
one
right
barber
now.
school. Okay.
Yeah.
And do you actually teach there or classes
Oh,
and all?
yeah. Oh, yeah. We
Oh, so
train.
you heavily invested. You not just
Absolutely.
okay.
Hands-on.
That's dope
Absolutely.
right
What's
there.
up?
So
Absolutely.
what's like a class size or like how does that work? Are you like 2 or 3 people in a class or?
No, typically I'm anywhere between 15 to 20.
Yeah, and you the only instructor.
No, sir, I have some help.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's dope.
Is barber school usually expensive? Can
Well,
it get
it
expensive?
depends on how you define as, expensive. Right now it's about $9,000 for us.
Wow.
Most schools are anywhere from 17 to 21,000.
Wow.
Okay.
I did
Oh, wow.
not know that.
So y'all are cheaper.
Yes.
like half price.
Affordable.
Yeah, very
Yes.
affordable. Now I don't know. Do y'all can you do like financial aid and all that stuff, or
You
is that?
can. We're in the process of getting that set up now.
Okay.
But right now we don't. It's
Okay.
all private pay.
So 9,000. How long are we talking? A year and a half, 9
Oh
months?
yeah. If you go to school like you're supposed to, you can be out in 10 months.
In 10 months.
10
Okay.
months.
So not too many careers you can go to school for less than a
Oh, most
year,
definitely.
pay less than 10,000.
Oh yeah. and set your future up.
Man, listen, I'm telling you.
And then that's one thing I like about being a barber is you can become your own boss.
Oh, so you a barber too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know a guap of them though. But what I like about it is it's a profession though that you can actually get into where you get out of it what you put into it. You know how hard you work. Your work speak for itself. If you one of those guys that's on time, you committed. People gonna continue to come back. And then you start feeding generations after that.
And you like to get if you like to get paid every day.
Most definitely, it's cash money.
If you like to get paid every day,
get paid every day,
right?
I mean, you can cheat taxes.
We ain't gonna talk about that.
I don't do none of that.
Right.
No, but that's dope. So the barber school. So you just got one. You got other people helping you there, and you got like a class of it. And are you full like every semester, or
no? Anytime you doing a private pay, or you're in a private pay situation,
you're
not
up
gonna
and
be
down.
full. Yeah, you're not gonna be full. Yeah.
Right.
I got a question for you. Let's say I don't know how to cut hair from nothing. Could you still come in them 10 months and be sharp?
Yeah, actually, the ones who come with no experience are the ones that tend to be the best.
Are you serious?
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I have to break down a lot of bad habits for the ones that have been cutting prior to coming to school.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it ain't the ones that's been in the back, back kitchen has been doing it.
Man, I had to break so many bad habits, man.
So a person
clippers and a whole bunch of unsanitary things that we have to.
So a person coming in brand new is usually the best barber.
They tend to pick up things a whole lot quicker. They trust their their instructors.
Right.
When they got no choice, they don't know what they're doing.
Exactly.
Right.
Yep.
That's pretty dope, man.
Yeah, it is.
Let me ask you a question. Do you ever hire like those people out of barber school? Do you like hand pick some guys that you kind of take on?
Absolutely, man. Like here, everyone except barbecue has graduated from the barber school.
Wow, that's pretty
good.
good.
So they go to school and immediately they got a job coming out.
But even the ones that I don't employ, I make sure they know where they're going to go at least 2 to 3 months before they graduate.
Wow.
Oh, so they good.
So you on top of things out there?
Yeah.
Yo, that's
on top of things. Yeah.
Not only that, they getting the full benefit of their investment.
Absolutely.
They're not only getting the license. Now, let me ask you about the license. Mm-hmm. Just because they go to school don't make them automatically licensed, right? Or do they have to go go to the state or a test, a board, pass the board or something of that nature?
It's a state board exam that they have to take.
That's written?
It's a written and practical portion.
Okay, now what's the practical part?
You have to do a haircut and shave.
He probably didn't know what you meant by practical, so you got to break it down.
Yeah. It's
I didn't know it. I didn't know what you meant.
So break it down. He didn't know what you meant by practical.
Boy,
my bad. It's a hands-on portion.
Right. So they got to do what is it like? What kind of haircut?
Man, it's kind of like a corny man's haircut, man. They call it a businessman's taper. So you actually have their head looking like a light bulb, man.
That's probably what he got now.
Yeah. Just about. That's why I wore a hat today. Matter of fact. That's dope, man. That's real dope.
Yeah, it's pretty decent, man.
You know, another thing, I know we talked a little bit off camera, but something you're very passionate about is that like the economic development, or maybe I should say the lack of, probably from minorities in the city. You know, speak a little bit about that. I know that's always been a passion of mine. I know I talk a little bit about that from different cats. But just trying to see, like, I will always say, like, the east side of Greensboro. I don't think Greensboro is growing unless the east side of Greensboro grows. And you probably see that more.
So you mean like Lee Street, that area?
Yeah, definitely.
But by A&T area?
Yeah, definitely. I think if Greensboro is going to grow, I think it's got to happen with the east side of Greensboro. I think it's
got to catch up.
Every section, exactly. It's got to catch up. Everywhere in Greensboro has really grown significantly over the last 10 to 15 years. And East Greensboro is definitely like the last part of that needs to happen.
No doubt about it.
Tell us a little bit about that. Like, do you play a part in that? Do you know people who invest and people who actually, or even yourself? Like, what's going on that you may know of or happen or you want to see happen in the community to actually get that?
Well, what I like to see, man, is I definitely like to see more black businesses.
Definitely.
In East Greensboro.
Definitely.
I love to see us come together and invest as a group because we don't do that often. And I was talking to William earlier. Group economics is important, man. We have to learn how to work together, man.
Most definitely,
really
no doubt.
Make some things happen instead of trying to do everything individually. But if we don't watch it, man, because there's really no room to really build and develop the rest of Greensboro because the west side been developing on steroids.
Oh yeah,
right.
Downtown been developing on steroids. The north has been developing on steroids.
And that east side, boy,
the east side is really the only place to really start developing.
Most definitely.
We're talking about development for the next 5 to 10 years.
Yeah.
Right.
The scary part is if we don't start
Somebody else will.
investing, then what'll happen is gentrification will come in.
Boom.
And
There
they'll
go that
start
word.
pushing us out.
Yeah.
And then you'll start seeing.
All right, for
white
those that don't
businesses,
know,
white
tell 'em what
buildings. No, I'm gonna let you
gentrification.
tell. I'm gonna let you tell them.
Starbucks moves in, black people move out.
That's a good hard explanation.
Yeah, they move the black people out.
See, this is the thing. I think when people hear gentrification, sometimes they think of it as a negative thing. You know, sometimes I think it gets a stigma of, oh, this place is being gentrified, and they think it is, oh, you know, something negative has happened, or the wrong type of people. I shouldn't say the wrong type of people, because I think everything happens in your intention. You know, for me, gentrification on the east side of Greensboro can be a good thing, but what I don't like to see.
How?
Well, this is what I don't like to see. I don't like to see displacement of those people that's disenfranchised and below the poverty line. Because
but it's gotta be deeper than that, man. Because you can safely place somebody in areas where they're comfortable,
right?
But it still hurts us when you have like white people taking over a whole actual side of town,
right?
And everything that's built and everything that's structured is for white people.
Yeah,
that's a problem, bro.
So when that happens, you see like black and brown people sort of get boxed out.
Absolutely.
You start seeing them get boxed out.
Yeah.
So what we gotta have,
and then you have the same land. The same buildings
goes for dirt
that
cheap.
had no value.
No value.
Now all of a
Dirt
sudden,
cheap,
because
no
white
value.
people over there now is valuable.
Right.
That's how it goes.
Yeah, man.
That's
Come
usually
on,
how it
man.
goes.
It's nothing good about that, man.
So I think my thing is with gentrification is we got you. I agree with you. We definitely got to have more groups of black and brown people to step up. That's got the resources to be able to provide where their investments at. It has to be in the east side of Greensboro. And I'm not saying like I think people got to work together, but I think it has to be more of an equality type of thing. It has to be more equal across the board. And I think we're behind the 8 ball when it comes to that. And I don't know, maybe you know of more groups that's happening, or maybe there's
we behind the 8 ball for sure.
Yeah.
Like I've worked on the east side of Greensboro for a long time.
Yeah.
And it's always been the same. There's been no change in the past 10 to 15 years. And probably longer than that.
Right.
But that's just the time that I was there, you know. So
you start seeing the universities, they start buying more property moving east. You start seeing them eat it up, and they getting it for dirt cheap and flipping it.
Like UNCG.
It looks nicer, but
and NT.
They're
not investing. They're not investing in that community
Right.
that they're taking over.
That's
They're not
very true.
supporting
Right.
other companies and businesses and organizations. They're not supporting them when they come in and take over. They actually push us out.
I talked to a woman, might have been a year or 2 years ago, and she was in a small apartment complex, and it probably wasn't about, like 15 units. It wasn't real big. And someone that came in and bought it, but it was a private investor. No one knew who it was. And she had like 3 kids. And what happened is she needed like some things. She needed like help moving her stuff. She didn't know where she was going to go. They actually took, they gave her 30 days to be out. Nowhere to go. Yeah. So that's sort of the black eye of gentrification when it happens, when you don't have people who live there. Like if you're not giving them a job, or you're not giving them an alternative, safe place to stay.
Right.
I think that's like some of the black eyes of gentrification. When you don't have people of maybe that care about your culture.
I mean, that's it right there.
Yeah. So I think that's why I say gentrification sometimes gets a black eye, because you hear about celebrities and stuff gentrifying certain areas, but they reinvest in the area. They get the people a job. They give them your rent. Right. Your rent is not outplaced where you can't afford it, but it's better.
Right.
And you want to allude.
So how do you define better?
Well, what I mean by better is you got to clean it up.
It might look better.
No, it's got to be better. It's got to be better behind the scenes.
Man, if you come into an area and you're not investing in the mindset of the people that you're around, or the people that you're about to push out, or whatever the case may be, it's not better.
I agree.
It might look better, but it's not better.
I agree.
So how do we change that? What's the start?
Well, the start is for us to learn group economics, really understand. First of all, I say if we're going to ever be able to have a real revolution, or to be able to withstand certain things, it's a couple things that we have to understand.
All right.
We have to understand agriculture. Like we have to be able to, like really, plant food,
grow
our food, and be able to, hold ourselves down,
survive.
Right.
Absolutely,
survive.
Absolutely. And another is group economics, man. Economics. If we don't understand economics and how money works, man, then we'll just always have a consumer mindset, and we will not have an owner's mindset. And we'll keep making other. Other people,
because our money don't really
other races, and other communities, we'll keep making them rich. You know what I'm saying? So we have to understand economics. So I think that when we understand economics and then we understand like how to work together and group economics, I think we can start purchasing a lot of this stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like the 15 unit apartment.
Right, yes.
Why couldn't 3 people come together?
Because I'm sure it went for dirt cheap.
And still keep their people
Yeah.
in the community. You know
Right,
what I'm saying? So
right.
those are things
I agree.
things like that will kind of help, you know what I'm saying, deter or at least minimize gentrification and things like that.
Good. That's what's up right
Yeah.
there, man.
So let me ask you another question. Do you do like you also got like, I don't think you have a mentoring program, but you support other mentoring programs?
Absolutely. Definitely, man. There's a couple brothers doing their thing here, man. Willie Pettiford, Voices of the Struggle, Tevin Whiteside with Urban Renaissance Culture.
Okay.
And Stephen Matthews with Punch for Pound Kids. And all of them, man, they deal with, you know, social and emotional development of our kids, man, because that's what's not being dealt with, man.
Right.
All the trauma and stuff that we go through on a regular basis just being black. And then
Right.
we're dealing with so many oppressive systems, you know what I'm saying?
In so many different ways.
Oh, in so many different ways,
Right.
man. And so we dealing with a lot, man. And, you know, for them guys to have organizations that really address that, man, I think it's worth supporting.
Man, that's dope right there.
Yeah.
That's all right. Shout out to those guys.
Yeah.
Now, is it just then with those programs? I know you named like 3 or 4 of them right there. Now, is it just mentoring young brothers, or is it? Do they actually have like an opportunity? Like where can, like, say if we wanted to like pick up a child or up, because I know me and JaMar, well, actually all of us, we came from like a mental health background from years ago where we mentored kids and, you know, things like that.
Work the group homes and things like that.
Yeah.
Summer boys.
all this type of stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
Man, a lot of times what we do, man, like Urban Renaissance Culture, he goes into schools and you know, he deals with kids, you know what I'm saying, in the school system. Voices of the Struggle basically deals with gang prevention.
okay.
Excuse me. So he's dealing with kids that's, you know, that's either in gangs or like on the verge of, you know.
Good.
Before you go to the next one, do you see that being like a huge problem, like in this area, like the gang activity
Or
or
violent
gangs?
period.
Or people coming home from jail.
Well, not really, man. To be honest with you, man, I think gangs get a bad rap for, you know, everything that happens here, and I think that's a way to deter, you know, people from really focusing on the
real
fucked
issue.
up system.
Yeah, the disadvantage
issues.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, right.
and so, you know, the gangs get all the blame, but me just dealing with the violence here in Greensboro, when we look at the homicides and the ones that are solved, it's only a small portion that's gang related.
Right.
Really?
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But they always make it look like.
Right. So I don't want to say that it's not a gang issue,
Right.
but what I'm saying is
The majority
it's
is not.
other things
Right.
It's not the blame
that we
on the
have to
gangs.
address. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, man, some people join gangs because they're bullied. They
Right.
get tired of getting
Right.
bullied.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's protection. Now they involved. You know, some just want to be a part of something.
Right.
You know, some it's a fad. You know what I mean? Like, it's a fad, man. Everybody in gangs. Let me bust a move.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
So, you know, everybody that's in gangs, man, not in it to wild out.
Right. So what do you see like for like young folks? What is like a good outlet? What programs? I know you named a few of the mentoring programs, and you know one thing I see is a lot of the AAU like football, and a lot of that is popping up all over the city. To be honest, I can't even tell who is with. Like, I don't know if it's on northeast, north, west side.
Right.
I see that happen a lot. So which is good because you actually, you know, it's an opportunity to get kids off the streets, opportunity for kids to kind of, you know, after school they get, you know, their extracurricular activity in. And but the thing about it is sometimes it may be more expensive for those who can't afford it, you know, who maybe living check to check, or they living, you know, at or below the poverty line.
Right.
So what in your opinion, what can we do to really help provide more outlets for those kids to, you know, to get them off the street, to avoid gang activity or to avoid, you know, getting swallowed up by the streets. Yeah, and the struggle.
Yeah, I think, man, we have to create programs and initiatives, man, that help us visualize, you know, what we want to do. We also need to create programs and initiatives that really let us know who we are. Because I think that if we really knew who we were, man, we wouldn't act like we act sometimes.
Yeah, that's right.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Because we're always taught their history and not our own.
Absolutely, man. But I just feel like there's certain things, man, that certain principles that if we live by, if we were taught and we live by, things would be a lot smoother for us. So we have to create programs that help us do that. And in the process, we have to still rewire, you know. We have to rewire and decode
break those old
bullshit.
habits.
Yeah, man.
Right.
It's some stuff, man, that you know that
passed down from generation to generation.
But not only that, man. Like from the time we start preschool, we're in their systems.
Yeah.
And we're learning their bullshit, and it's and we're treated like criminals, believe it or not. You know, the suspensions and all of that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Man. So we have a certain type of mindset about us. You know,
so they kind of cage your mind first.
Man, they fuck our minds up, bro.
Right.
Is that a lot because of misunderstanding? Is it a lot because of stereotypes?
No, man.
Is it a lot because of history?
It's straight up systems to keep us a certain way, bro.
We talking about systematic oppression.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it is.
That's a whole conversation.
Systematic oppression.
That's what it is, man. But we cannot talk about. To me, talking about.
He getting comfortable.
Yes, sir.
We are in his lane right now.
It's a like most people don't want to talk about it, or they want to turn a blind eye because they say, you know, that's not really what's happening, or they don't want to address it.
It's just the most difficult thing to talk about.
You know, like
it makes them uncomfortable.
It makes them
uncomfortable.
This is a little bit probably off topic, but a little bit different. Like I would for Chad, like your son biracial. I hope you don't mind me saying that.
No.
Like you biracial, your son biracial. So my question would always be, and I know we talked about this before, like, what would your conversation be with your son versus what would my conversation be with my son?
It's totally different.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's totally different because my son looks white. Even though he's got some black in him,
right,
he still looks majority white. My conversation would be a lot different than yours.
Right.
And which it should be.
Right. Well, I don't know if it should be, but the reality
that's what I'm saying. The reality is that it's just different.
It would be.
You know, I don't have to coach him on certain things that you will have to coach your kids
100%.
You know what I mean?
And so my thing is, so that right there alone, and it's 2020, and we still dealing with that, but it's the reality of it. Like when my son walk out, as he get older, he walk out the door. It's certain things that I have to address. He has to know about. You know, whether it be true, false, or indifferent. You need to be aware of this, and this. Right. You know, and I ain't gonna go into too much detail, but it's just the fact that I'm just saying that. But my thing is,
but we say that all the time. Though.
Yeah, we do.
Like that's been talked about before.
Right.
And it's definitely different. It's definitely different.
I'll pose another question to you. Really, like, what would be your what responsibility do you feel to your son or your children, I guess, on educating them on African American culture or black culture in general?
They have to learn it because it's part of them.
Yeah. Okay.
Because when they look at their papa, which is my dad,
right,
and my daughter has actually asked me that. My papa, yeah, papa, yeah. Because my daughter at a young age actually asked me that. You know, like, why's my papa black?
Right. Okay.
I said
that's a conversation you gotta have.
Because you're part black.
Yeah.
Well, you are black, you know. But
she looks white. She has blonde hair.
Right. She
definitely has blonde hair.
But because she's biracial, and then maybe her mother or you know, she had one side of the family.
On her mom's side, she'd never get that education.
Right.
I wouldn't think.
Well, I think it's your and hopefully I ain't overstepping, but I think it's your responsibility.
It definitely is. It definitely is. But
100%.
I think she should know from the other side too.
So, Gene, you have children?
I do.
Okay. How many children do you have?
2.
Okay. You have a son or a daughter?
21-year-old daughter, 9-year-old son.
Oh man.
Oh, that's a big age difference right there.
Listen,
you got an adult.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's right. So a 9-year-old son. So I would expect like you've had like a lot of those certain conversations with your son, as far as like maybe even the daughter. You said the daughter's the oldest, right? Yeah, daughter 21. She's out in the world.
Yeah, well, for
sure.
I'm sure her too.
Yeah, I think with my daughter, I'm kind of feeding her a lot of things now, because I was young when I had her,
right?
So I didn't have the same analysis.
Sure.
That I have now with my life and things of that nature. So it's
mature
a lot
over
of things
time.
that I'm feeding my daughter now, and my son is getting it now. You know what I'm saying? He's getting it at a younger age, so he'll have a better analysis at a younger age. But yeah, man, when I had my daughter, man, I was young. I was trying to figure out, you know what I'm saying, like
who you
myself.
were, right? No doubt about that.
Yeah.
So did you attend college at all? Was that a route that you took?
Man, I didn't even finish high school, man.
Really?
I dropped out in the 12th grade, man. I got into a little trouble. going to court, missing a lot of days in school, dropped out, got my GED, went straight to barber school.
Wow.
It was like either barber school or the streets.
Yeah.
That's definitely a success story.
Oh man, it's a beautiful story
Yeah,
because not
yeah.
only that, you talking about didn't finish high school as a young black man, you don't have many options. You pretty much you almost wrote off in society.
Yeah,
right
you
there.
definitely
And the
limited.
fact that you come up, you not only do you got a barbershop that you own a skill that you employ other people, but you got a barber school that you teaching other people to actually learn a craft, own a craft, and then you can actually grow, become your own businessman
And I'm doing better than a lot of my friends who graduated
yeah.
from college with a whole lot of debt.
That's a blessing,
Boy.
though.
Yeah, that's a different story.
Exactly.
No doubt
The
about that,
road
man.
was rough.
Yeah.
I got one final question for you, Gene. So, with the barber school, with the barber shop, just give me one thing that you feel like is the most important thing about being a black business owner
And mentor.
To you. What is the most important thing that you see? I'm gonna just say before you answer, I'm gonna say the example and your story is number one is what's so amazing. And you ain't got to go into detail, but you talk about not finishing high school, you talk about getting a GED, and then you talk about going straight to barber school,
right.
And then creating. I don't even want to call it an empire just yet, but you still building.
Right.
Your work is not done, but the fact that you at this level already,
Definitely built a business, though.
yeah, oh yeah. That right there for me is like that's a beautiful thing.
Big ups to you, man. Big ups to you, Gene.
Outstanding,
For real.
man.
But for you, what's the most like what's the significant thing like by doing that you feel like is the most impactful or to someone else when you share that with someone else?
Man, I think really, man, all of that's cool, but I think being able to walk in my purpose, and what I mean by that is I actually have an opportunity to be responsible with my influence, because barbers are very influential people in our community.
Boy, that was dope. Boy, that was dope right there.
Boy, they are influential.
Yeah. So having the opportunity to be responsible with it, man, is like one of the most important things, and that's what I teach to my students. Like a barber can lead somebody, into a ditch or into a dark alley, or a barber can lead them, to success.
Boy said something right there.
He definitely said something.
Right
I
there.
told you in the last episode when we had barbecue here that a barber is not only your barber, he's your psychologist, he's your doctor, he's your therapist.
And if he's ignorant, he gonna give you some ignorant information.
You said something right there.
You are exactly right,
so
right
we
there,
have to
man.
be responsible with our influence, man. I think that's very important.
Man, that's dope right there.
Yeah, it is.
I like
Gene.
that right there. That's dope right
We
there.
definitely appreciate you, man. We still got to get into but big ups to my man Gene right here, though.
Definitely.
But we definitely got to get you in this Deadly 7. For the rules for Deadly 7.
Yes, sir.
The rules for Deadly 7 are.
How Deadly 7 work, Gene, is so what we like to do is we like to throw you in the hot seat for 7 questions. You got typically 7 seconds to answer. Usually, if you can't answer, we ask you to take a shot. But we know, you're a man. H2O. You can drink some H2O, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? It's just guys here.
No doubt.
So let me before we get started though, G. Are you married, single, committed?
I'm divorced. And
Okay.
I'm out here doing my thing.
Okay.
Doing your thing.
I don't know what that means.
What's that mean?
I'm out here.
You enjoying life. You enjoying life. Okay, my man. All right, so Chad, let's swing that thing around, man. We gonna
Give it to me first?
Yeah, let's go on. Let's let you get it through.
All right, Mr. Gene.
Yes, sir.
Are you okay with your partner making a lot more money than you?
Okay.
Well, it depends on their attitude about it. If they think they the boss of the relationship, because they're bringing in more money, then that would be a problem.
So they can't be the man and the breadwinner.
Nah.
I feel you on that.
Give me. Let me ask you a question. I just want to piggyback on the quick number. Is there a number that would be uncomfortable? Like if they was making like you was at 75K and they was at 200K.
You make $100 more than me and I'm pissed.
Oh my God, you so shallow.
$100. $100.
Shallow as shit.
So do you want the responsibility of being the breadwinner though?
I'm the man. I'm supposed to want to bear that burden, right?
Oh man.
Am I not?
Opinionated.
I can dig it.
Right.
Nah, I can dig it.
All right, let's do this right here. Gene, what's your what would you say your biggest accomplishment is, personal or business?
Business wise, definitely opening a school and actually having the opportunity to do community service and things of that nature, helping a lot of people.
Okay.
So that business.
Oh, I hate that we didn't get into that then. Community service and all of that.
Oh yeah.
So that's big too.
Yeah. That's
dope.
Big for all of my students have to do community service and be community minded.
Oh, what? Wow.
Yeah,
They got certain amount of hours.
We go to the homeless shelter every Wednesday. We go to school systems and different schools, and we doing free haircuts and all of that stuff. So
That's what's up.
That's
man.
dope.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
so
dope.
a must.
That's dope.
Personally, man, I'm digging this father thing, man. To be honest,
Most
with you,
definitely.
man. I'm digging.
That's my thing. Right
We
there.
didn't ask you.
At all, boy, you took over.
Look, don't attack me right here. Don't attack me right here. I like being a daddy too, man.
Well, good. We all daddy. We daddy.
Everything in about Gene.
We talking about Gene Daddy right now. We talking about Gene Daddy.
Ain't all about Gene.
Man, y'all crazy.
All right, check this out, Gene. You in the dating world now, So how many kids is too many kids when you're dating? Is there no?
He about to turn some folks away with this.
I'm saying my mom was a single mom with 3 kids, and she was still an amazing catch in my eyes. So kids is not a deterrent; it's how they handle their kids. You know what I'm saying? That
so
lets me know if that
you can't do bad
have one child
and be terrible.
And if you don't, if I don't feel
it's a
like you're
demon
parenting
child.
a certain way, then I'm gonna have a problem with you.
Well,
man.
if you got 3 or 4 well-mannered kids, could you do 3 or 4?
Yeah, I really could.
Okay,
I really could.
But it takes a special person to
Well,
get
Gene
somebody's kids.
Gene also probably got the money to handle it too.
Boy, she said ain't nothing 3 or 4. He ain't even look.
Well, you want to carry with 4 kids, your lady, you,
baby,
coming out the pocket.
You can catch hell with 1 kid.
Yeah,
man.
that's
All
true.
kinda
Most definitely.
all right, Gene. Can you date someone who is broke if the sex is explosive?
No money.
Woo.
I think for me, good sex is more valuable than how much money they have.
Boy, you crazy.
Oh,
Boy, you
Hold
crazy.
on. Say that one more time. I need to process that. Say that one more time.
Explosive sex is more valuable to me because
Right.
I am financially stable.
Right.
So I don't necessarily need my partner to be. I would love for them to be. That's ideal.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, I would rather be with someone that has explosive sex and I'm financially stable than to be with someone who is financially stable as well as me
And terrible in bed.
and terrible sex.
Okay.
Because now I got to put extra energy into cheating. You know what I'm saying?
that's
I got to put extra energy into cheating.
look, that's honesty.
You know what I'm saying?
That's so honest right there.
That's
What's in your water? What's in your water, Gene? There ain't no water. Ain't no water, Gene.
That man say gotta put extra energy.
we telling the truth, man.
All right, so I probably already know the answer to this. Could you be a stay-at-home dad?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
No.
I already knew the answer to that.
That's
I didn't
not-
think you
that's
could.
not-
It's
nah,
not in
that's
your
not in
DNA.
my- yeah,
That's
not
an
at
easy
all.
one.
Oh, this is a good one right here. I know you dibble in politics.
Little
Little something. Now you gotta pick one.
Okay.
You gotta vote.
Come on, Malik
between-
Shabazz.
Man got
Boy,
jokes.
looking like Malcolm Shabazz.
You gotta pick between them. 2 candidates, Trump or Reagan. Gotta pick one. Got to.
Ooh.
Yes, sir.
What?
Yes, sir. Trump or Reagan?
I would pick
Ronald
Trump.
Reagan, that is.
I'll pick Trump.
Me too.
What's your reason behind
No,
it?
you can't ask the man the reason. The man ain't gotta explain his reason.
Nah,
You ain't gotta explain the
Okay,
man. The man ain't gotta explain his reason.
I'll explain it.
I just want to hear this.
Both of them have been extremely damaging to other people. But the thing with Trump is, you know who he is. You see him coming a mile away.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
definitely.
And
He don't
what you
mind
see a
telling
mile away is what you're going to see when he
That's
gets
true.
to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Reagan was a little deceptive. You know what I'm saying?
Reaganomics.
And deceptive people, man, always.
Dangerous.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Most definitely.
because they're harming us and we don't even realize
that's
it.
true.
You know what I'm saying? So I see the harm that he does.
Right.
Right.
You
doubt.
know what I'm saying? So
That's what's
doubt.
up. All right, last one right here. Tell us the craziest place you've ever had sex.
Jeez. Yeesh.
man.
We're going back in the library. On
You 44. This bitch should be good.
I mean, have you christened the barbershop?
That barber chair has some action.
Yes, sir.
I ain't going to that.
Boy, got sense. Late night, we all in the name.
Malcolm L. Shabazz.
Hey, Gene, we appreciate your time, man.
Yeah,
we really
sir.
do, man.
I appreciate
And the
y'all,
space.
man. I
And the
appreciate
space.
y'all,
Yes, sir, man.
4000 Spring Garden Street.
4000D Spring Garden
Give
Street.
him
Gents by
the address
Prestige.
to your barber school again and all your handles on social media.
Yeah, man. Prestige Barber College, 2006 Phillips Avenue. Website is prestigebarbercollege.org. Check us out, man. We have some videos on there that's pretty dope. Explains what we do, man. You can also look up Gents by Prestige on Facebook, Instagram.
That's what's
we
up,
have it down in the link
man.
in the description.
That's our time, people.
My man.
Appreciate you,
Holla.
bro.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Hey, no, groupies go local for power. People going crazy for the power. Fuck you, pay me.